Hello and welcome everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about language and its theories. We all know that there are almost 3000 known languages on this earth at present, which makes us curious to know as to how so many languages came about and which language came first. Let us first begin to study language with the question, what is a language? The word language is derived from Latin word lingua, which means tongue. A broader meaning of the term language is the form of expression. But we all know that there are various other forms of expression such as sign, dance, music, painting, drawing, writing, etc. But the basic form of expression is speech. Britannica defines language as a system of conventional spoken or written symbols by means of which human beings as a member of social group participate in cultural communicate. So, what do we derive from this definition? We understand that language is said to be a system of conventional symbols spoken or written. Spoken or written symbols can only refer to things or ideas, but they can't be the things or ideas themselves. For instance, an animal that is known as dog in English, it is known as nati in Tamil. In Russian, it is known as sobaka. In this way, we see each language has its own words or symbols to express a particular idea or thing. The animal is the reality and the words are the conventional symbols. Now, the second part of the definition says that the function of the language is communication. It is the desire and necessity for communication which gave birth to language. Now we have clearly understood that language is primarily oral and that the letters are the symbols of speech and writing is nothing but the recording of what is said or expressed. One important thing about any language is that language is not static. It keeps on changing by the interaction of trade, association of man, discoveries of man, and by many other factors. Next important thing about language is that language lives or dies in accordance with the power of the speaker of that language and with its utility of service. English today holds the esteem of the world language not for its own merit but for the conquest and colonization of the English on the several territories of the earth. So let us now discuss about theories of language. So first theory is gift theory. This is the first and the foremost theory given, and this theory is based on the belief that God created man with power of speech and reason, and this view is supported by biblical text. The theory that the Creator blessed Adam with speech, upheld by Sussmilch in 1766, came to be accepted in our time also. So, as the name suggests, gift theory believes that language is a gift to man by God. Second theory is conventional theory. This theory deviates from that of a gift of ready-made speech to man by his Creator. This theory states that it is not God who gifted speech to man, but it was man who gifted speech to God. In this way, we see theological theories, the gift and the conventional are the same, even if the second theory apparently appears opposite to the first one. Because even though the man gave name to the creatures of God, yet it was God who gave man the power to name. Even though this theory plays an important role in the life of man, but God is not a character in the play of man. On this basis, conventional theory was rejected. After it, Darwin's theory of evolution began to challenge theological theories. Naturalist school said that communication worked out in three ways. First, kinesics means gesture, second, vocalization means noise, and third, language proper. Let us now discuss kinesics gesture theory or pantomime theory. This gesture theory was first advanced by Wilhelm Wundt and later developed by Sir Richard Page in his book Human Speech. Wundt says that the earliest method of communication was by signs and gestures made with hands. For instance, to communicate the idea of asking a person to come near, man used his hands by waving it, which seems to be meaningful. Even today, if a man is out of reach of our voice but within a sphere of sight, we wave our hands in this way we signalize him to come near. In the same way, we use the head by nodding it to express our wish yes or no. Even today, we do the same, but with a slight difference. We do it uttering the relevant words side by side. Eyes speak, face and eyes together can express several kinds of emotions. Next theory is bow wow theory or onomatopoeic theory or the theory of root creation. This theory was given by Max Müller, the German philologist. This theory expresses how men must have started words. This is the second stage, the first being signaling, signing and gesturing. According to this theory, man first started identifying other creatures by giving them names. That's why he called a dog by the name of Bow Wow, just because the dog made the unique cry of Bow Wow, and luckily no other animal copied it. And similarly, he named the sheep Baba and duck Quack Quack. Then men started creating names for action and so verbs were created. Root creation, onomatopoeia and the imitation mean the one and the same idea, which is the initial creation of a word to refer to a thing or idea. Yet these initial sounds differed from country to country. For example, a rooster's crow may be onomatopoeically called cock-a-doodle-doo in English, cocorico in French, cucuruco in Romanian, and cocarco in Tamil. Perhaps it may be so that the cock of each nation crowed in a different manner, even though they belong to the same species. Hence, the language is said to be conventional. Anyway, the Bow Wow theory speaks of one of the possibilities of the initial creation of the language. Next is Foo-Foo theory or interjectional theory. This theory states that emotions has played a decisive and greater role. In this way, pain and pleasure, surprise and sorrow, contempt and respect have driven man to invent expression. For instance, fear is expressed by this sound like A, lament by O, joy by ha ha ha. This theory expounds that the primitive words were ejaculation called forth by strong emotions. Thus, we see that according to this theory, these were our emotions that gave birth to the language. So, this was the short discussion of language and its theories. We have left with some more theories that we will discuss in our next video. So, don't forget to subscribe my channel for the further notification of my upcoming videos. You can leave your valuable feedback in the comment section given below. Thanks for watching.